Hey guys, Austin from Four Good Edges. So, I get asked all the time, why don't I just get a box? I could just get that box, get a card, flip it, make some money, get another box, roll it into it, get some sort of return, and I just don't think it's that simple. I've been opening boxes for nearly a decade now, and I've seen all of those highs, but I can tell you that the highs are spread between a very, very low lows. There are a majority of boxes which you get no return on. But it does make me think, is it possible? Could we get some sort of a profit from just opening boxes? Could we even break even? That would be the idea. I mean, that'd be something that you'd sort of at least be able to have the fun, maybe get some stuff for your own collection. And I thought I'd give it a crack. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a small series. Now, I do say small because if the losses get too low, we're probably not going to continue on. But we are going to see if we can open boxes, see if we can generate some sort of return on our investment, and also see if we might even be able to generate some kind of profit. Now, I'm going to do a bit of a range of boxes through the series. I'm going to do your low end, your mid, your highs. I'm also going to do all of your sports. I'm going to do NFL, a lot of NFL. I'm going to do some non-sport. I'll even dump into some basketball, maybe even some AFL for our Australian collectors like me. And we're going to see what sort of a return I get based upon that. Now, I'll take suggestions of boxes. If you've got something, hit me up in the PMs in Facebook, comment on the YouTube feed. We're always more than happy to see if we can't get our hands on that box to give it a crack. Otherwise, I'm also not going to be pricing these tiny cards. I see a lot of guys doing this now where they're going through the pack and they're going, that's $1, that's 50 cents. I'm not going to bother with that. I don't think you guys will bother with that. And at the end of the day, if I'm generating a profit based upon an extra dollar over the top, it just really doesn't make sense to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick to your comparable cards. We're going to stick to your $5 plus, maybe even $10 plus, something that is easy to sell to get that profit for, something where if you were to list it on, say, eBay, you're not going to get wound up in, oh, I sold the card, it's excellent, and I've just realized I've made about half of that based upon the fees. So I'm going to stick to just your high comparable cards, just the tangible ones, your case hits, your autographs, your memorabilia, the one of ones, those ones that you know that you could actually sell and get some money back for. And the key is going to be, are we going to get a profit? Now, I'm going to call it the break-even project because I think breaking even, that'd be the best outcome. That would be the absolute max of what I think we're going to get to. I don't think we're going to sit here and be opening boxes and be showered in all of these highly valuable cards. But I am going to test it. I'm going to test it as well as I can. I'm going to do whatever series you guys want me to do. I'll do some guest appearances as well. We're going to go into the card shop, do a couple of boxes there also. We're going to see if this is something that we could do for a living. Hey guys, so here we are, episode 1. We are going to start off with something right on the low end. We're going to ease our way into it. So, first of all, Mosaic. Now, NFL Mosaic, it's been a staple for a little while now. The cards look great. One of those Prism knockoffs, I guess you'd sort of say. Mega Box is not my favorite. Now, everyone loves the hobby, but I must say Blasters is probably where I find you get that best bang for buck. Mega Box tends to sit right in the middle of that price point guide. So we're going to see if the Mega Box is where the mojo is. So the 25 Mosaic Mega, you're probably going to see that in Aussie dollars, floating around anywhere from sort of 90 to that 110. It's about the price you see. You do find a couple a little bit cheaper, but that's around your average price. So we're going to whack this one in at $110. Let's see what we've got. All right, so I think the highlight always for Mosaic is the fact that you get more than one card. You get more than one chance. You get a few packs. You get hopefully some opportunity to hit a Genesis, hit something that is going to bring that return. But otherwise, there's numbered cards. There's all the bits. We've got parallels coming from the Mega Box exclusives. And the cards do look pretty good. But, I mean, as I said, guys, we're not going to worry about doing any of these base cards. So we're going to skip straight through and go on to our parallels. Obviously, you get your rookies. You get everything else. And we're going to start. Oh, not a bad start at all. We're in Allegiant Stadium too, so it's a nice little hit there. Warren Sapp. So that's the Mega Box exclusive, unnumbered. A Prism version. And underneath that, Jalen Waddle. Now again, you do get the inserts, but unless it's a big name rookie insert, It's just not going to hold much money, and we're not going to worry about going through and sorting, gee, that's going to be worth 50 cents, that's going to be worth 49.5 cents. It's not worth my time. It's not worth your time either. So we are going to see if this actual return comes from those decent hits. T. Higgins. Shooting. So, I mean, there's our first of the rookie parallels. It is the Mega Box exclusive, the purple. Notoriety, Matthew Golden. So that's probably floating on the line. We'll have a bit of a look at exactly what that comp says as to whether it is something that we're going to get some return on. But it is the parallel of, or the variation, I should say, of the Notoriety rookie card. It is unnumbered, but it is a good looking card. Base and base to wrap that up. Tet. There we go. Winfield Jr. So that's going to be another one of our purples. Now, you'd find a lot of those when they're not the rookies. Parallels aren't worth too much, especially when they're not numbered. So I'd be very surprised if any of those make our shortlist at the end of the video. Jaden Reed from the Brazil games for the Packers. Again, seems to be a bit of a Packers box we've got piling up here. Elevate CD Lamb. I mean, again, I just don't think it's going to be any return. Probably the best return so far is going to be that Kid Reporter card. Hall of Fame, Montgomery and Parsons. So, Silver, Stingley Jr., Steve Young. Not a bad little parallel to get. 49ers fans will love that one. Hayden Prather. So what the big rookies are doing, they are steering away from our box. The Matthew Golden rookie on there. 2 packs left. I think we are a fair way away from breaking even, but we will most certainly have a look at the end. Hairston. And again, for the Packers, Christian Watson. Neighbours. So we do have a bang parallel, Trey Hendrickson, but pretty doubtful on that one. CD Zay. All right. Any last pack mojo? Give us a big rookie parallel. Give us something to kick off the series with. DJ Moore. Roddy White. Underneath, Christian Wilkins. I don't even know what he's still doing. Roddy White, Christian Wilkins. That's going to wrap up our box. We've got a base Justin Jefferson Notoriety. And that's about it. So, I mean, look, that's probably not going to go that well as far as our are we going to break even. But, again, we're going to give it a shot. We'll try something else next time we're back. Otherwise, stay tuned for those 130-point comps. Hey, guys. So, comping. One of those things that no one really wants to do. It takes a while. Sometimes it can be hard. And to be honest, I only really use 130 point. Occasionally I'll go to eBay generally, but that's when I doubt 130 point. And to be honest, I'm still yet to be proven that 130 point was wrong. So look, 130point.com, go through the eBay sales. Now, I always say to people, keep your search terms pretty general. If you do want to be a bit more precise and the card's numbered out of 25, you can whack a number 25 on the end there. It isn't going to matter, but it does try to kind of narrow it down a little bit. And as you can see, I've gone through the 3 that I thought, hey, is it going to be any return on those? They were the 2 reactive purple rookies. Look, I mean, if we go all the way back to the dawn of time, 130 says that back in November, there was a $550 US sale of Tootin. Since then, it pretty much shows that not really worth our time there either. Now, Prather was the other one I thought. Reactive purple, not the greatest of rookies. That one was about the same story. 99 cents was the only recorded for that. Now, the only one that I thought might sneak in there would be the Matthew Golden. Now, we got that Notoriety, which was the silver parallel. Look, it's not really up there either. I can see there's a couple of standouts, $221 US, almost with our poor dollar cops close to that $5 point that we said we'd stick to, but it's just not going to get there at this stage. So unfortunately, I'd probably have to say that that's a big no for that. So look, it is one of those lessons that we learn pretty quickly. The boxes, they just don't get a return a lot of the time, and that's one of those ones we're going to have to chalk up. Episode 1, huge failure as far as our ROI. I'm probably going to go so far as to say 0. Like I said, we're going to stick to just the valuable cards. Probably means the next one I do is not going to be a mega box. I've learnt my lesson for a little while. We'll give it a try with something a bit throwback, I think. But otherwise, stay tuned, guys. Episode 2, we'll attempt another box. Probably some sort of hit parade, I dare say. But otherwise, I will most certainly let you know if we hit any profit next time.